Good evening, family. It is Thursday night, the 28th of September. We are 24 hours away, 22 hours away before the full moon in Aries, with Venus square Uranus, and Mercury trine Uranus, and Mars Quincunx Uranus. We've got a lot of Uranus party coming in, which is why we're starting with a bit of electronic music to give us the vibe, the mojo of things that are about to happen. This is Korolova, live from Fasha, Sharm el Sheikh, Egypt. Beautiful place, beautiful music. Join me, family. Show me your name on the screen. Who is here with me? There's a lot for us to talk about tonight, and I really truly hope that I will be able to deliver everything that needs to be delivered in the best way possible, because we're dealing with very complex, multi-dimensional, multi-level astrology. Well, here we are, and here I'm coming at you. Hello, family. It's good to be here with you again. Let's take this music a bit down. Full moon in Aries, coming up tomorrow night, 7:57 p.m. So exactly 24 hours from now, actually, is the full moon in Aries, which means that right now we are in the rising into the full moon. So we are starting to feel the fire, Eris, starting to boil the water. The full moon. The full moon always bring high tides. All the oceans are rising. The emotional waters are rising. Things come to culmination and things coming up to a head. And so full moon in Aries is literally could be seen as like a pot of water sitting on top of a campfire and starting to bubble and bubble and bubble and bubble until the moment comes where suddenly, Uranus comes and zap Venus. And then suddenly like, whoa, things are happening, man. Things are changing, man. Things suddenly, moving. We are moving, but to which direction? Hello, Active Creative, Valerie and Eugene. Happy full moon. Hello, brother Robert. Love you. Hello, Rowena and Gali. Hello, Barat, Rukshika and Trishan. Hello, Janaline. Hello, Roll King, the one and only. Hey, Andrew Bishop is in the house, brother. Fresh beats for the keyboard? No, not yet. But it's coming. I sure hope so. Last week I actually spoke about you and I told everyone that you helped me set it up. Hello, Simon. And love to all from Gali and Rowena. Gali and Rowena are spreading love. They are these new generators of love energy. They just carry light and love with them. So enjoy Gali and Rowena love. If anyone feels mutual feelings, feel free to spread it as well and share it, because that's what we're here for. So yeah, wow. What a week is coming for us, family. What a week. Last week I said finally I have easy job, there's not much happening, but it was only for a week. Now we're fully back into gear, into action, a lot of alignment, a lot of energy playing with us, many different aspects, many different ingredients, but all around the same process. So this is a very interesting, auspicious astrology of this week, and I'm gonna be talking to you about it shortly. After I will say love and gratitude to the Patreon community. I'm just trying to fix my screen here on my end of stuff. Let me move this window here, and now I can concentrate in what I need to do and saying love and gratitude to the Patreon community. Thank you so much for being such an awesome community, for your love and support that helps me keep on going and doing this service. So your subscription is well appreciated, and thank you very much for that. Those of you who are not a part of our Patreon community, feel welcome to join us. You can just go to patreon.com/healingdelight. This is where you can join our community and choose different tiers that you want to join in through. The basic tiers is your support for this service of the love streams every week, and on top of that we've got the chat rooms on Telegrams which you can be a part of, which are only inclusive to our community. And then on top of that, if you want to offer some free support, no charge involved. Just press like and subscribe to our channel. That will be very helpful and beneficial for me and for this channel. So it's growing very nicely. Your support is well appreciated. Keep on doing the good job. Press like, subscribe to the channel, press on the bell icon so you get notified whenever we're doing a stream, and share it with your friends and, you know, beloveds, whoever you feel might be in good use of this information. Maybe it will help them. You never know. That's why I'm doing it for. My intention is to provide a general collective understanding of the astrology that is coming up for us in the coming week. It is not an individualized, personalized astrology. It's a collective astrology. So it will give us the general kind of tones of energy of the challenges we are facing. But we are all very different. We're all unique. And it will play with each one of us in a different way. So as I speak about the energy and all the things that are going to happen, bring in examples, metaphors, some of them will resonate with you, some of them will not. Just take what resonates, leave behind what's not, and you know, hopefully you could get something out of this. The other thing that we have a sound healing meditation for the full moon tomorrow, exactly on the full moon. I'm so excited. I love it when it happens in that time. So tomorrow, Friday, 8 p.m. at Here Yoga, Sound Healing Meditation. The group is filling up. If you want to join us, the booking link is in the blurb of this movie, in the biographies of all the social media. Click on it, join us for sound healing on a full moon, exactly on the full moon. Very important timing to do the healing, the release, the letting go, the clearing, to deal with all the emotional processes that are coming up for us. And in general, it's always beneficial, even if you're in a good space. It will still help you, it will still make you feel good, better, even more amazing, even more expansion, amazing. So that's about sound healing this coming Friday. Of course, there will be the sound healing also on Tuesday, as always, every week, Tuesday 7 p.m. So you could join us tomorrow 8 p.m. Here Yoga, or Tuesday 7 p.m. at Here Yoga. Private healing sessions, the 20% discount still continues if you need to take advantage of that and come and do some personal healing to go a bit deeper, to clear, to shift, to heal, to move, to charge, to uplift, to empower. Whatever you need, I'm here in service. Use me if you need it. And the booking for that is also through the booking system. And this is pretty much it for the announcement. All right. So, chat room, hello Juice, you've joined us, and hello Carrie, awesome, fantastic, good gathering family, good gathering. Let's have a bit of a boogie. All right, full moon in Aries, baby, here we go. So this is the chart right now, as you can see it on your screen, and let's scan the skies and start with that. So we've got 12 o'clock, we've got Pluto 2755 of Capricorn. USA Pluto return is still unfolding and a lot is happening over there. 3 o'clock, we've got the south node of the moon on 24 degrees Libra already. Mars on 20 degrees Libra, so this is one thing to pay attention to. Mars is closing in on the south node in Libra. The Sun, of course, we are in Libra season. Happy birthday to all the Libras. Sun is on 5th degree of Libra already. And the full moon is on the 6th degree of Libra, so one more degree into the full moon. Mercury right now is on 19 degrees Virgo, so 2 more degrees for Mercury until he's out of shadow. This is another shift of this week, that Mercury is gonna come to the 21st degree of Virgo, where he retrograded a month and a bit ago. And as he's gonna come to the 21 degree of Virgo, he's finally gonna do the trine to Uranus, which he didn't do when he stationed retrograde, because he was 2 degrees or a degree and a half away. So this is another thing that is happening this week. A, Libra season. B, full moon in Aries. C, we have the games of the personal planets. I need to take the music a bit down. We have the game of the personal planets. Mars, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Juno, who are still together. Venus here and Juno, 21 degrees of Leo. For weeks they are traveling together, very auspicious. And so all this side of Mars, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Juno, those four here from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, they are playing games with the outer planets, with Uranus, Jupiter in Taurus, with Neptune in Pisces, with Saturn in Pisces, and with Pluto in Capricorn. As they move, they play in these games, which we'll talk about as well tonight. There is so much to cover. So Venus and Juno, 21 degrees Leo here at your 5:30 o'clock. Let's ignore Vesta. Vesta is here. Uranus, 22 degrees of Taurus, retrograde. Jupiter, 14 degrees of Taurus, retrograde. North node of the moon, 24 degrees Aries, 56 minutes. Eris, 24 degrees, 53 minutes Aries. So this is a conjunction. They are 3 minutes away. It's happening. Okay, that's another thing to pay attention to. So much. Chiron, 18 degrees Aries. Neptune, 26 degree Pisces, and the moon is coming on top of Neptune tonight as we are doing the live stream, but exactly it will happen tomorrow morning. I will show you early in the morning. So as we wake up from dream time, moon will conjunct Neptune. Very sensitive. Saturn, first degree of Pisces, retrograde, almost finishing his retrograde season, and Pluto here we said. Okay, now thank you Korolova for the music you brought to us until now, but I think it's time to bring the Mahamritanya mantra, because we love the Mahamritanya mantra, don't we? We love the Mahamritanya mantra. A mantra for peace and healing for us, and the world is playing in the background, cuddling us as we are talking about the energy and the astrology. Hello Kylie B! Happy birthday to fellow Librans. Okay Kylie, you're a Libra. Awesome. Happy birthday to you. So, full moon? Shall we? Why not? Shall we? Let's take Mahamritanya mantra down a bit. Let's go straight to the full moon. Full moon tomorrow. Tomorrow days. Let's move one day. Tomorrow. Here we are. And here is the full moon chart exactly in the moment, 7:57 p.m. Melbourne time. So adjust that to your location on the planet. You can just open up a window on the internet, say Melbourne time to your time, and see when it happens. But it's exactly 24 hours from now, so that makes it easier for you. Sun, 6 degree exactly Libra, 6:00. Moon, 6 degree 00 of Eris. So we have a full moon in Aries, the moon is in Aries, the sun is in Libra. So this is the axis of self and the others. Me, my, and they, theirs. What I want, what I'm initiating, what I desire, my actions versus what's right towards the others. How it will affect the others. What will be fair for others as well, not just for me. So Eris is very simple. Eris is straightforward. I want to have an ice cream. I'm going to buy an ice cream. See you later, everyone. Eris is like, you know what? I'm done being vegan. I want to have a steak. Can I have organic grass-fed steak, please? Thank you. What? But you were vegan. Yeah, but now I want to eat steak. That's Eris. It's very straightforward. Eris is that desire. It's ruled by Mars, so it's very interesting because Mars, the ruler of Aries, where the full moon is in Libra, the opposition. So it helps us in a way because it's kind of saying like, whoa, dear ego. Aries is the ego, the self. So it's like Aries is the beginning of the zodiac. It's the first star sign. It's the baby. I'm hungry. Ah! Can you please go to sleep? No, I'm hungry. Ah! It's like, oh my god, the baby's driving me crazy. I gave him so much food and he still doesn't go to sleep. He wants more food, but I can't give him any more food. It's enough. Ah! Oh, you know, it's like you take your baby for a walk and suddenly the baby see ice cream. It's like, ice cream. I want ice cream. It's like, no, I'm not gonna buy you ice cream. I want ice cream. And it's like, crying like, he wants the ice cream. That's all he cares about. He doesn't care about what his mother or father tells him, Libra. His mother and father telling him that his parents are telling him, look, it's not good for you if you have that. He doesn't care. He wants that. So that's one example of this Aries Libra, right? The child and the parents. The partner within a relationship. It's like, you want to have sex, Aries, sexual drive, penetration, desire, passion. I want to have sex now, I'm horny. Libra, I'm sorry honey, I'm tired. What do you mean I'm tired? Come on, let's have sex, man. It's like, look, I'm sick. I'm tired. Can we please just do it in the morning or something? It's like, you know what? I had enough. Blah, 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 blah. Fighting over that, right? I want sex. You don't want sex. Then, sexual desires, Aries. Ego, the ego. I want this. And he doesn't want that. I want to go to an art museum. Let's go to the art museum. I want to see the art museum. Your partner's like, no, I want to watch the footy finals. Oh, this is classic. Saturday's footy finals on a full moon in Aries with Venus square Uranus, which I haven't got to yet. Wow. That's gonna be a very interesting footy finals. And more interesting will be the dynamic in the audience. More interesting to see, to witness is like people fighting over which team they think is better. For example, so this week, Australian citizens of Victoria had a good reason to celebrate. The majority of people was celebrating the fact that we finally said goodbye to Daniel Andrews, which, thanks to him, Healing the Light Sound Healing Center got closed down because the draconian lockdowns that we had in Melbourne, we were one of the worst in the world. We have that title that Melbourne was one of the most draconian lockdowns in the world in the time of back then. Thanks to that, many businesses like the Sound Healing Center got shut down, closed down. And so, of course, I was happy to see Daniel Andrews leaving. And many other people were happy to see Daniel Andrews leaving. But, it's all puppet show. So it's kind of like he's going, a new person is coming, but it's the same master of puppets playing the string. So, let's not get too carried away by that, but this is kind of like Daniel Andrews versus the people of Victoria. He had to let go of his role as the Premier of Victoria, and the people, some people are happy and celebrating, some people are not happy, they're sad, they really liked him for some reason, I don't know why. Maybe they like being dominated, domineering partners. Maybe they like being abused, I don't know. Some people are addicted to abuse, you never know, Anyway, that's one thing. So it's kind of like the full moon in Aries, bringing up the emotions of self. How we feel about ourselves. Self-love, self-acceptance, self-recognition, self-happiness, being happy within ourselves, self-identity, knowing who we are, knowing what we want, knowing where we are going. But let's be honest, most of us have no idea where we are going from here because the roadmap that we had for our life has got smashed by the last few years. And so this can bring up those things. It's like, but I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know how many. It's like, I don't know which direction to choose. I don't know what decision to make. I don't know how to love myself. I don't love myself because I'm a failure. Because who else is in Eris? Chiron. So what do we have in Eris? We have like the moon in Aries, Chiron in Aries, Eris in Aries, together with the North Node. So there's a bit of a red alert in this week energy for the people that care. For the people that don't care and don't give a shit, this will be their week to do the most reckless actions that just kind of like pivot their way into a whole new place. This is a classic week of people who are in relationships that will decide to, or it will be decided upon them, or a situation will suddenly come that which will force it to break up, to change, to move, to do reckless actions, because the North Node of the Moon is in Aries, which is kind of like bringing that focus of like, what about me? Where do I want to go? What do I want to achieve? How do I want to feel? What do I desire? What is my direction? Where is my destiny? my self-identity, who do I want to be now? The focus is a lot around that. Eris is the goddess of strife and discord. Eris is kind of like, she went to the wedding that she wasn't invited. She was the only one that wasn't invited to the wedding. And she said, fuck it, they didn't invite me to the wedding, I'm gonna go and fuck up the wedding. So she went to the wedding. And as she came to the wedding, all the goddesses looked at her as like, oh, what is she doing here? It's like those, the classic kind of like upmarket clique circle of girls in high school, that they are the coolest, they're the sexiest, they are the prettiest, and they don't really talk to people that are not on their level. It's only if you have the Gucci and your Gucci bag and your Pandora bracelet and you're driving the I don't know, the Rolls Royce of your parents, or you're driving your new Tesla and you live in Turak, or you live in, I'm not discriminating anyone who's living in Turak, but I'm just saying there are people who live in Turak, and Turak is a very kind of wealthy neighborhood in Melbourne. That's why I'm mentioning it, those of you who don't know. But there are people who live in Turak who are very humble, down to earth. They will treat you like an equal. It's all cool. They're really awesome people. And there are people who live in Turak in order to say that they live in Turak, because they want you to know that they live in Turak and you're not. So, when Eris came to that wedding, she came to all the goddesses and I was like, I will give this golden apple to the fairest of the goddesses. So what she did was creating a competition within the goddesses of who is the most pretty, who is the fairest, who is the best. And then all the goddesses, they started to kind of like, no, but I'm more pretty than you. They started to argue. Then the gods, the husbands of the goddesses, also joined in. It's like, my wife is better than your wife. And then there was a big chaos in this wedding, and Aries goes like, I just came to show you how ugly you are, because you have decided that it's right to exclude me and not to include me. And so through this story, we are learning that Eris is the goddess of strife and discord. She will come and create chaos when she sees unjust. When she sees there is no justice, when she sees unfair actions, especially protecting kids and women. And so when she see like taking advantage of kids, or, taking advantage of women, or abusing people, abusing their roles and abusing other people, she will come and create like some kind of chaos, rebellious discord, in order to kind of set the ground straight. That's what Eris is doing. So when the north node of Aries, in Aries, is coming on top of Aries, and Aries is already fire, Aries is already instant, impulsive, abrupt, can be obnoxious, can be ego-centered, can be, I'm not happy, and I'm not happy because of you, so fuck you. That's kind of Aries energy when it's unchecked. Arises are not bad, they are good. They can be leaders, they can be entrepreneurs, they can be pioneers, they can be like those go-getters, the fire starters, the warriors in the front line. They are the Arises. They go. They know what they want, they're gonna go and get it. But the shadow of Aries is that because they are that, if it's unchecked, they can be ego-centered, they can be arrogant, they think they're better than anyone else, they do whatever the fuck they want and they don't care about anyone else. That's why they are balancing the axis of Libra to Aries, because Libra is like, whoa, dude, there's other people involved. Like, if you do that, did you think how it will impact? Okay, you wanted to have sex, your partner couldn't give you sex because they had a period, so you went and had an affair. Did you think how it will affect your child? For example, Libra. Did you leave alone how it will affect your partner that you had an affair on them? But there's other people involved. There's the children. How it will affect your business. How it will affect your friendships. Because the friendships you have, there's friends who are related to both you and your partner. So this kind of like Libra is like, Aries, before you go and do an affair, can you please check into yourself and make sure that you're actually acting from a place of, harmony and fairness, and don't destroy yourself? That's what Libra does to Aries. Hello D. Lennon, and hello Bharat. Resonating strongly with Rook. Okay, awesome. I hope I'm getting that right. Yeah, women will go like, you see, it's not just me not giving you sex. It's all women. It happens to us. We can't just give you sex all the time. And it was like, yeah, we've had this before. Honeybee and Blossom, thank goodness you're here, Ami. Thank goodness that you are here too, Honeybee Blossom, to give me that beautiful message, because that's what fuels me. And I must say, I in the day by day, I get an SMS. I see a person in sound healing meditation. And it's not always, but it drops here and there. There's a note on the chat room. And I can't express enough what it means to me, because I do this. I love helping people. I love being in service. I love entertaining. I love spreading good vibe, and I love being my role of a healer, of being a man in service. And I do it unconditionally. I do it because I love it. It's my purpose. Basically, that's what I'm here for. But when those messages comes through, I got the most amazing SMS last night from a lady that came to sound healing meditation on last Tuesday. And that message just went so deep. It was such a beautiful message of gratitude for the shift and the healing that she experienced, that I was just like, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So thank you for the messages, the SMSs that are coming through, the messages on the chat room. When I meet you face to face in sound healing, I hear it from you face to face of how much it helps you and how beneficial it is for you. So I'm really, truly grateful for those feedbacks, and they're always welcomed with love, because it charges me. It gives me even more fire to keep on going. So back to that Eris North Node, which we all should pay attention to and be aware of. Let's see when it's exactly. When is it exactly? This is a very, very powerful week, family. Very, very powerful week. Not yet? It's just sitting there, plain. 53, 52, plain. Come on. 54, 51, they plain. I'm moving. Plain. Oh, let me move a day. It's interesting how they dance. When they're gonna be exactly. Oh, it's actually getting further away. That's interesting. They're getting further away. So actually, which means that right now they're the closest. This is the closest. That's very interesting. I didn't realize that. If I take it a day back, yeah. Actually, right now they are the closest. Wow, fascinating. So North Node and Eris are in the closest proximity right now as we kind of talk about this astrology, and on this full moon. I'm taking the full moon exactly 7:57. So I'm talking about the Eris energy, so we can all understand how this full moon is playing out through the Eris archetype, by emphasizing on the energy that exists in Aries. So North Node, our kind of future destiny, is calling us to pay attention to ourselves, our identity, our personality, who we are, where do we want to go, what do we want to achieve, where are we going from here, and what do we desire. Those are kind of the focal points of that future destiny calling. That's the North Node, and for the collective as well. It's almost like the world is falling apart, but where does humanity want this world to go? It's up to humanity to make that choice of how to navigate humanity. How to navigate humanity from here. What does humanity want? Now, obviously humanity would like to have peace, love, harmony, equality, fairness, equilibrium, balance with Mother Earth, with all human beings, being fair, being equal. But what is happening? The opposite is happening. Why? Because we're in a dreamtime junction, and there are some forces that want us to manifest what they want us to manifest by making the majority collective think that what they want is what they want, but it's actually what they have been designed to want because they're being fed with that. So there's a lot of manipulation happening in the background. Now, that means that Eris and the North Node, it plays inside of each one of us. It means that there is this rebellion, bubbling need to do something that the self need to do in order for the self to be rediscovered, reinitiated, to kind of like re-find ourselves, reinitiate ourselves, refine our identity and understanding who we are more than ever before. And with Eris involved, is like, and I don't give a fuck if it creates a mess. Simple as that. It's like, I am not happy. I am not who I wanted to be. I am not on the place where I wanted to be. I am not manifesting the destiny I wanted to be in. And I want to be there. I want to achieve that. I want to go there. And so I don't give a fuck right now to fuck it all up. That's potential of this energy, which we need to pay attention to. Because again, it's going to be opposing Mars, the ruler of Eris, and the South Node in Libra. So the ruler of Eris says like, hold on to your horses, ego. Before you fuck up your life, you're going to fool yourself to think that you are actually doing what you need to do, but you are going to follow some false ego desire based on insecurity, based on Chiron. Chiron is there on 18 degrees. Our wounding, our insecurity, our impotency, our inadequacy, where we are not feeling good about ourselves, our self-image, where we are, our ego structure, our personality. So if you have personality disorders, if you have all kind of like, severe insecurities, or your sense of self has been wounded in a very deep way, if it's by traumas from childhood, if it's sexual abuse or emotional abuse or mental abuse or physical abuse, you are processing this very strongly right now. And especially if you are 50 or 51 years old, you are experiencing right now Chiron return. Chiron was on these degrees when you were born. So 1972 to 1973. Or 1973, 1973 to 72, 73 are the years of Chiron exactly on these degrees, so you are really coping it. And there's more to come for you, but we are all coping it. And so, to have a full moon in Aries, which brings all the emotions up to the surface within self, and we have Chiron there, which highlights how we are wounded, how we are insecure, self-image, all the things I just said, that comes up even more. And then with the North Node and Eris together, is like, fuck this, I'm out. It will be very easy in the coming week to fuck it all up. So that's the red flag. And there is more support to that, and I'll show you. So fire is coming in. Right now the moon is in Pisces. We're not feeling the fire yet. Right now, I'll take it 24 hours back. I'll take it to right now. Right now the moon is in Pisces heading towards Neptune here on your 10 o'clock. So the moon in Pisces, we are tuning in, we are feeling the sensitivity, maybe confused, maybe a bit lost, maybe despair, maybe, what will happen to me? What will be? I'm a bit confused, I'm a bit lost. What is my spirit guiding me? My intuition. I'm kind of trying to understand. And then the moon comes up on top of Neptune exactly. It will be in the morning. There it is. Oh, I've passed it. Yeah, 4 a.m. Around 4 a.m. So in the middle of our night, we are dreaming. We are having a full night. We're having a night sleep of dream time with spirit. Moon conjunct Neptune in Pisces. Dream time with spirit. 3:54 a.m. is the exact conjunction of Moon with Pisces. So pay attention to your dreams tonight. You might get some messages. You might get some feelings. You might get some internal processes that are kind of like cooking you towards the full moon. I just need to drink a bit, just a sec. So 3:54 a.m. and this is like we are waking up to Friday from Moon in Pisces with Neptune, super sensitive, and then by at your 6 o'clock on the chart, at 10 a.m. and 18 minutes. 18 minutes past 10 in the morning, the moon goes into Aries and fire. The fire kicks in, okay? And this is like Friday, public holiday, footy finals weekend. Dan Andrews just resigned. Gary Gensler has been fried by the Congress in the hearing this morning. That was very entertaining to see Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC, who is the biggest enemy of Bitcoin, being completely fried by congressmen who are kind of saying like, listen man, it's like, it's all you're gonna get going with the plan and give us what we need you to give us, or we're gonna subpoena you. For the first time in history, the SEC is gonna get a subpoena if they're not gonna start working with what the government wants them to do. So this is very interesting to see. I see a lot of this relating to Bitcoin and the SEC because Pluto returned for America. It's a massive transformation and the patriarchy crumbling. So this is the fight between the old guard that is losing its power, grip, control, and the decentralized revolution which is emerging. And this is very interesting to observe, in my personal opinion, as a part of this energy. And there's more alignments to that supports that. So 10 a.m., 18 minutes, moon goes into Eris, and by 9.5 hours later is the full moon. So we are already in a rising into the full moon. Okay, now let's go to the full moon again and show you the other aspects that are happening on this full moon. The main aspect is, pay attention to our beloved Venus here with Juno on the 22nd degree of Leo at your 5 o'clock. Venus and Juno are squaring Uranus. Now, these squares have been going on for a while. It's actually quite a long time. This is the third and final square that is happening between them. I am opening up something here that I wanted to show you. So remember, Venus is now on her way forward through her shadow zone of the retrograde. So Venus traveled through Leo until the 28th degree of Leo. She stationed there. She went retrograde all the way to the 8th degree of Leo, I believe. And then she moved direct and she is now coming to the 22nd. So when she was going direct on the 3rd of July, on the 3rd of July, Venus direct squared Uranus direct. First square. So take notes. Remember Venus archetypes. It's our love life, relationships, friendships. It's our business, our job, our career. It's our money, how money we make, money we invest, money we get rewarded for investment or things like that. It's our assets, our valuables. It's our values. It's our beauty, our self-image, our self-love. It is our pleasures in life, the quality of our life. It's home, where we live. It's our sense of safety, security, stability. It's Venus is covering all the physical aspects of our existence. Mars is the masculine action, but Venus is the setting. Venus is our home, our partners, our friends, our family, our money, our job. That's Venus. She's the details of our life that gives us pleasure and the quality of our life. So, not only this is the last full moon of the eclipse cycle. Point number one. There's so much. The eclipse season, the eclipse cycle we are ending on this full moon, and it's really gonna end on the new moon solar eclipse, which is coming in 2 weeks. But we initiate in the ending of these 6 months. So every month every 2 weeks we have a new moon, 2 weeks after, full moon. And the 4 weeks is a lunar cycle. Every 6 lunar cycles we have eclipses. So it's kind of like a page. New moon is a page in a book, full moon is the next page, and every 4 pages, every 6 pages is a chapter. So new moon, full moon, 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 eclipse, boom. And the eclipse is giving us a bigger tone to the process that is unfolding through the following 6 months. To make it even more complex and interesting, each eclipse season traveled through an axis of star signs for 18 months. So every 6 months you've got eclipses, so there's 3 eclipses, 3 cycles of eclipses, sometimes 4, within axis of star signs. So now we're in Libra, Aries. Before we were in Scorpio, Taurus. Now we are going to have the eclipses of Libra, Aries. So the existing eclipse cycle has begun in April, May. On the 20th of April, we had the solar eclipse. And on the 5th of May, we had the lunar eclipse. In a nutshell, the April eclipse was around risk of power struggle and crisis. And the eclipse of May was highlighting the differences and problems in relationships that are causing anxiety, which I find interesting. So April-May started 6 months process around power struggle and crisis that are highlighting differences and problems in relationships which causing us anxiety, nastiness, pain. That was processed through the last 5 months, 6 months. Here comes this full moon to end that, and the full moon is with Venus square Uranus. Uranus rules other people, anxiety, sudden unexpected shocking events. Something is happening that you did not see coming. You walk in the street and suddenly, I don't know, you cross the road and suddenly a man on bicycles didn't see you coming and bashes into you and suddenly you have broken rib. I don't wish it to anyone, but I'm just saying, like, oh, you didn't plan to get smashed by a bicycle, You went on a hike and suddenly you sprained you injured your ankle and you're stuck in the middle of the bush, and guess what? There's no reception. Oh, didn't expect that to happen. You sat in your house, you came out of the shower and you were doing your usual thing. You're taking the blow dryer to blow your hair, but you touched the electricity with wet hands, not recommended. And you got electric shock. And you nearly died. That wasn't expected. Suddenly it happened. You are showering, getting ready to go outside of your house to walk, and you're contemplating in the shower how lonely and miserable you are, how devastated your sex life are because you've been single for so long and you didn't have sex for so long, and you go out to the street and suddenly you meet someone that is really into you. And you feel that kind of like pheromones, and you feel that kind of like serotonin kicking in. It's like, oh my God. And suddenly, and they call you on that night and you have the most passionate, melting interaction. Interaction. Suddenly, it could be good, could be bad. Depends on the person. Suddenly you discovered your partner had an affair on you. Now don't look at your partner. Not all partners are like cheaters, I'm just saying that as an example. Suddenly you discovered that your partner was hiding money from you. Oh, that's interesting. Suddenly your partner got sick. God forbid, not upon anyone. Suddenly something happened. Suddenly the grid goes offline. Suddenly the government of America goes on a break because they don't know what to do with the situation in the economy, which is basically about to burst. Suddenly the stock market crash. Suddenly, unexpectedly, Gary Gensler is fired, Bitcoin ETF is approved, and Bitcoin flying to the moon. Suddenly. You never know. Suddenly an earthquake. Ooh. Last time, reminding you, the first square we had between Venus and Uranus was the earthquake in Melbourne. Remember that? We sat here in a live stream, we spoke about potential earthquake, and literally an hour and a half after, I was in my bed and the whole house was shaking. We were laughing about how quickly manifested that was. So Venus is also ruling Mother Earth and Mother Nature, and Uranus rules the shock waves, higher frequency, electricity, currents. So could be solar flares, could be earthquakes, could be volcanic activities. Uranus, uranium, nuclear. Let's hope we're not gonna go there, but there is a certain kind of like messages coming in from a few directions that saying that light workers should really unite forces to manifest the failure of any such extreme event that is looming. I don't want to go too much into that because there's so much else to cover, but I'm just talking now about Venus square Uranus. Suddenly, unexpectedly, things happen. So what happened to you around the 3rd of July? The beginning of July. Take yourself 3 months back. 3 months ago, end of June into beginning of July. What was happening for you? Huh? Then, on the 15th of July, until the 2nd of August, that's like 15, 16, 17, 18, 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks. Venus, let's go there. So, let's go 3 months back. 1, 2, 3. Here is 3 months back. So, and the 3rd of July. Venus here on your 3 o'clock, 22 degrees of Leo. Okay, so it's 1 day back. 21. Yeah, there we go. On the 2nd of July. Venus, 21 here on Leo, 3 o'clock. Squaring Uranus, 21:45 here in Taurus. Okay. Sunday, 2nd of July. Okay? So Venus was going direct, Uranus was going direct, they were squaring. First square, what was going on for you? Pick it up. Notice what was going on for you. Then Venus moved along on your 3 o'clock on the chart. Venus comes to this 27-28 degree of Leo. And what's she doing? We spoke about it a lot back then. She's doing that finger of God, the finger of faith, to Neptune and Pluto. Okay, Venus 27, Neptune 27, Pluto 29, and here's that green line of the quincunx. And this is a finger of faith that is pointing at Neptune. It's kind of like, it's very auspicious, which means that it's divinely guided. Pluto, evolutionary, transformation on a deep level. In Capricorn, our character, our identity, our personality, our maturity, our responsibilities, our role, our structure of our life is going through an evolutionary, deep transformative process. It's sextile Neptune. It's divinely guided by the divine order, our guides, spirit, the divine love It's fully guiding it. It's mystical. We don't fully know what it's fully about because there's mysticism around it. There's some fogginess around it. We can feel intuitively that okay, I don't exactly know what's going on, but I can see that something big is happening here, and I trust spirit. I trust with my faith. I trust God. I trust the universe that whatever is falling apart for my life is meant to be, and whatever is coming in meant to be. I'm gonna trust that. And it's Venus in Leo, heart-centered love, kingdom, royalty. What do I want? How do I want to be loved? I want to be loved like a queen, like a king. How do I want my sex to be? I want to have great sex. How do I want my money to be? I want to manifest wealth and abundance. How do I want to do my business and my job? I want to be successful. I want to be in good use. I want to do some good work. I want to use my talents and skills. I want to be seen. I want to be heard. I want to be felt. I want to be acknowledged. Venus in Leo. Creative self-expression. I don't care that other people dress like that. I want to dress like that because that's what makes me feel royal. I don't care that other people are being vegan. I'm gonna eat steak because steak makes me feel royal. I don't care that people say that in order for me to be on top of it, I need to learn about AI. I don't care about that. I'm gonna do it my way. That's kind of Venus in Leo. Venus in Leo. I don't care that people say that music should be written like that and sang like that and composed like that and structured like that. I'm gonna write a song of my own creativity and make it my own way and put it out there, and suddenly it becomes a big hit, like we've seen that country song a month ago, 2 months ago. See what I mean? So that was then 15th of July until the beginning of August. Venus was in that place of like stationing retrograde, a moving days. Look, Venus is just standing there on your 3 o'clock. Just standing there, standing there, standing there, standing there. Only on the 1st of August you move to the 26th degree. So that was kind of like Venus did the first square to Uranus. Something happened. Check this out. There's a friction here. A square is a friction. There's a challenge. Venus wants to feel royal. Uranus rules other people in the world. It's in Taurus. So Venus, the woman, come back from work. She goes to the shower. She dresses up. She wanna go to party. She wanna go and have a party. She's been invited to the penthouse of the best venue in the city. She dressed tip-top. She's ready to go. Suddenly she comes down from the shower in the living room. Her sister with her 3 kids waiting there for her. Oh, what are you doing here? I had to come here. I had nowhere to go. I just discovered that my husband has cheated on me and I left him. And I was like, I understand, but I'm on my way to a party. No, so you're gonna leave me? So I'm telling you that I'm just woke up with my husband and you're gonna leave me because you wanna go to a party? You know what? I shouldn't have gone. It's like, okay, relax. Okay, I'll stay with you. I'm just saying that I was on my way to go to a party, but okay, I get it. You need me. Okay, I'll stay. One example. Venus square Uranus. It's kind of like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Suddenly your sister drops with her kids to your living room because she discovered her husband was cheating on her and she left him and she's in your living room. And you're about to go on a hot date with a very rich man in the top penthouse in the city, once in a lifetime opportunity, and you have to let it go. I didn't realize that's gonna happen. For example, then your sister, she was with you for a week, you found her, she moved to your mom, you settled these things down, and you sit there and Venus is doing that finger of faith to Neptune and Pluto and go like, what is this showing me? All this time I was jealous of my sister because she married and she has kids and she got the full package and I'm just single, and I thought that I'm like I thought that I was a failure, and what am I getting from this? Is this like spirit showing me that I'm good and I just need to keep on following my path and So she ponders. It's very auspicious spiritual thing. So then Venus retrograde, excuse me, and then comes the 9th of August. And on the 9th of August, Venus comes back to the 22nd degree of Leo and square Uranus again, together with the Moon. So what then happened to you around the 9th of August? That is, could relate to the 3rd of July. That's like 5 weeks apart. And Venus went retrograde, Venus retrograde, and let's move to now. Here we are now, and let's take it to the full moon, which is tomorrow night, and we'll move it to early morning of Saturday, 22:40. Here it is, and the exact moment is, there it is, 3:45 a.m. on Saturday early morning. So literally 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. 8 hours after the full moon, Venus square Uranus exactly, but it's already on the full moon. So on top of all the Aries energy I covered, now you bring in Uranus square Venus for the 3rd time. Final time. So it's kind of like, first thing, something shocking happened. Then the second time, there's unfolding around it. Something you're processing around it. And now comes the 3rd time, and Venus is like, you know what, I'm freaking done with this thing, you know? So, for example, for me, what was that? Yeah, mid-June, I finished with my family court shit show, basically. So I was like, that's it. Everything was decided, everything written black and white on paper. Here's your framework, tack, tack, tack. We got what we got, bam. So, you know, okay, I broke free from that. That ended, that finished, liberated. And since then, I'm dealing with the repercussion of that family court shit show, which basically left me in massive debts. They just take all your money and they leave you in debt. So that's what they do. You know, so, you know, taking care of the business, making the business work, improving the business, doing more work, doing more events, the love stream, everything, you know, working the plan. That's the 2nd time. Here comes the 3rd one. You know, let's see. This is about breaking free. Uranus is not just the shocking, traumatic, you know, bad. Ultimately, whatever Uranus brings to our life, it could be traumatic or shocking if you're attached. If you're attached to your way, to how you want things to be, and it's in Taurus. So Taurus is where we are fixated. Your routine, your hobbies, your health, your diet, your home, your car, your job, your money, your investment. If you are kind of like holding on to everything in your control, if you will be rigid and stubborn and kind of like don't know how to adjust to changes, that's when Uranus effect is the worst. Because it's like you're stuck in a shit situation. If you are sitting there in shock of how this happened to you, you are not managing to move ahead and forward into solution, creative solution solving, finding. And so the key to work with Uranus energy is to be flexible, to allow yourself to be open for changes, to have that maverick. Uranus is the maverick, genius. Suddenly genius idea comes through, a creative genius. It's an epiphany, it's an enlightenment, it's aha moments, it's a suddenly you realize something. Maybe something, I need to drink, just a second. Maybe something disturbed you. For example, the business. Maybe in June your business was not doing good. So you were processing, oh my God. Then came, July, beginning of July, the first square. Then came August. and you said, you know what, let me try do this, let me try do this, let me adjust. Okay, I used to run my business like that, but let me adjust. Maybe I need to change the website. Maybe I need to go more to do this on social media. Let me try and change the design of my promotion. Let me try to do a new newsletter. Let me try new ways of doing my work and new ways of doing my business. You're allowing yourself to walk with the change, to walk with the challenge, to be flexible, to be kind of like, okay, I need to be open. Electricity, when the body is well hydrated, electricity runs and it flows through water. It runs, it just shoots through. When your body is dehydrated and you're not drinking enough water, this is when your nervous system can fry you, can get fried. You get irritated easier. You get frustrated, you get angry, you get upset, you get annoyed. All those things easier, much easier, because there is no water in your body, and your body is made out of mostly water. Some people say 70%, some people say 90%, let's say 80% in the middle. 80% water, and if you're not drinking enough water, and you have all this nervous system that is shooting messages from your brain into your body, and you don't know why you have these shakes. You know, you have anxiety, so you have shakes. You're shaking. You see people after car accident or after shocking kind of experiences in their life, you find them shaking. What is that? Is that the nervous system is kind of like, something just happened to me that I don't know how to digest. I don't know how to be with it. I don't know how to ground it. I don't know how to feel safe and stable in it. So I'm seeing the stream suddenly went into a hiccup. And so you go into a modus like calming you down. Take a breath. Just breathe. Everything's going to be okay. A touch. Drinking. Give her some water. She just fainted. Give her some water. She's drinking water. So that's to show you that, number one, when we're dealing with Uranus energy, literally that. Make sure you're well hydrated. Drink lots of water. Do some earthing, some grounding, bare feet on the earth. Make some stretches if you need them. If you have cramps in your body, if you have some nerve pains, if you have like muscle pains, don't wait until you have the money to go for a massage. Take care of your body by just giving it a nice stretch. Just stretch the area you need. If it's the arms, if it's the legs, if it's your back, do something about it. Movement is the key. So with Uranus, is like universe is throwing a curveball at you, and if you just stand there like goofy, like, oh my god, there's a curveball coming, that was not fun. But on the other hand, if you go like, oh my god, there's a curveball, oh, that was cool, I got the curveball. Now let's play with it, let's see what it can do. And so that's the general idea, to be flexible, to be adjustable, to just be the maverick, to get something from this. It doesn't happen in order to abuse us. It doesn't happen in order to destroy us. Uranus ultimately wants us to go higher, to a higher frequency. It wants us to break free from the mold. It wants us to liberate ourselves from stagnation. It wants us to shift to a higher vibration of existence. So that's what Uranus is doing in Taurus, and that's why Bitcoin is disrupting the economy. That's what made me originally go into Bitcoin. Uranus in Taurus. When I saw it in 2017, that essence gave me the link that connected to Bitcoin. And so that's what I'm saying. You can take Bitcoin as a metaphor for this energy. It's kind of like, hey, if you're holding on to your stinky dollar, and if you're holding on to, the bank account and all these things, and you are not kind of allowing yourself to be flexible and adjustable, and you don't need to understand everything about blockchain technology. You don't need to understand how to code Bitcoin. As a beginner user, all you need to do is to understand how to open a wallet in a safe and secure way, how to buy Bitcoin, how to use Bitcoin. It's so simple. at first it looks a bit frightening and threatening and anxious because it's a new thing that you're learning, but suddenly you get used to it and go like, now let me send Bitcoin to someone around the world. I do it with my eyes closed in 2 seconds. Boom. The first time I did it, I was shaking. Oh my God, is it gonna go? Is it gonna go? And is it gonna come? And then like half an hour later, oh, thank God it come. Now I'm like, check, send, thank you very much. My brother from Israel, he goes, Ami, I want to send you a present for the New Year's. I've been trying to buy you a gift card through all your different retailers, but it's impossible. It doesn't let me pay for it. For some reason, it doesn't let me pay for it. I told him, listen, brother, you know me, you are my brother, and you're talking to me about bullshit gift cards. It's like, maybe PayPal. I was like, PayPal? The worst. PayPal is the worst. The highest fees, I can't stand them. That's personally me, right? If you like PayPal, good luck to you. I can't stand them. Just 2 weeks ago, I liberated $500 from my PayPal account, which was frozen for 3 years after I have account with PayPal for 10 years because they wanted further verification of my business. For God's sake, give me my money. That's what I told them. Give me my money. Please provide us this documentation. It's like, why? I have account with you for 10 years. Suddenly that I need to withdraw money that was paid to me, suddenly you need to verify me? I gave them the paper. I want my money ASAP. Oh, no worries, sir. We put you on the urgent list. Within 24 hours to 72 hours, you're going to hear from us after 2 days. I was like, finally, I got my money out. Thank you. I will never use you again. So I told my brother, tell me, brother, are you nuts? You're talking to me about gift cards, gift vouchers, PayPal. You know me. You know what I'm teaching. You know what I'm telling you for all these years. You can buy Bitcoin right now, send it to my wallet, it arrives across the countries, minimal fees, instant, your Bitcoin arrives into my wallet, thank you so much. Yes, but I want you to use it for da-da-da. I was like, no problem. You send me the Bitcoin, I go cash it out and I buy myself the goodies and I let you know thank you very much, I bought myself those goodies. So that's this Uranus, it's kind of like, don't be fixated on your PayPal transaction, gift voucher transaction. This is just Bitcoin, instant, around the world, minimal fees, boom, chum chum. So simple, so easy. One example. So maybe your relationship has been going through some challenging times. It is very, very possible. Maybe it's your business, maybe it's your relationship, maybe it's both. And it's created some friction in July. And then it continued into August. And you've been brewing with that, reminding you that September has been the slowest month with 6-7 planets retrograde, including all the only thing forward was Mars. So we all been going through some massive internalization of processes of deep reflections, of trying to understand what the heck is going on with our life and where do we go from here. Venus herself was in retrograde, which impacts directly our personal life, our relationships, our money, our job, our career, our assets, our finance, our health, our beauty, our self-love, all of those goodies of life. We are all trying to assimilate and understand where to from here and what needs to change. And so this square to Uranus, although it's challenging and it brings friction, because Uranus again, it's other people, the world, how the world affect us, how other people affect us. Think of Uranus as your higher self, beyond time and space. It's your multiverse, multidimensional higher self coming to you into your dense 3D reality of this time and space and creating chaos in your life at the moment, zapping your ass. And you go like, why did I deserve this? Why do I have to get this? You think you are like being abused by the universe, where it's like your higher self is like, shut the fuck up, I'm helping you. You have no idea what comes up for you. You keep on complaining, you don't understand, you can't understand, it's bigger than you. I'm coming from a higher dimension, from beyond time and space, into this dimension, to zap your life because I need to get you to that higher vibration that you can't see and you can't understand yet. So can you please just walk with me? Be flexible with me. try to be open-minded, flexible, so you could actually understand the transcendence that is unfolding here, rather than be attached to how you think your life should be and how it should progress. Those people are gonna struggle. The people that are open, and the yoga, and the flow, and the welcoming, and being the maverick, and adjustable, we're gonna get it easier, and we're gonna work with it better. And there's no good or bad, there's no right or wrong. There's just personal journeys. That was a good breath. Hope you're breathing too. So, Uranus is that higher self. Then, remember that after the first square, Venus did that finger of faith to Neptune and Pluto, which brings even more divinity into the picture. More auspicious higher realms, divine guidance. That it's like we can't fully see it. We can't fully understand it. Neptune is kind of... Why Neptune rules intuition, psychic, mysticism, magic, alchemy, healing, miracles. It's those ethereal kind of like auspicious, mystical experiences that can only happen to you when you are in that surrender mode, when you are kind of open. Sometimes to be open and surrender means you're in deep crisis and deep wounding and deep pain, you know. But it happens. And Pluto says like evolutionary, deep transformation, facing deep fears, facing your trauma. We need to evolve. We need to transform here. There's no bullshit here. We are serious. Now all of them, Pluto at the end degrees of Capricorn, very intense finalization. Uranus in the final decan of Taurus, very intense transformation and very intense changes. Neptune at the end of Pisces, very intense auspiciousness, mystical, kind of like divinity unfolding in our life. We just have to walk with it. So all this story goes on around Venus retrograde, which we still didn't come out from. So I took you to the first two squares. This is this square. But when did Venus enter Leo? There you go. 6th of June. Since the 6th of June, Venus is in Leo. It's already almost 4 months. Okay. By the time Venus will leave Leo, it will be 4 months. So 4 months of big retrograde of Venus in Leo, which by the way, Venus retrograde solely in Leo didn't happen since 1772, I think, something like that. So we're looking at around 300, yeah, something like 280 years, something like that. So that's quite significant by itself. I'm gonna move back to now. And so now comes the final square of let's get this right, let's understand what it's about, and it's happening on a full moon in Aries. So each self is feeling even more intensely our own inner processes of the changes that we need to make, and there is fire involved, and there is desires involved, and there is ego, self directed energy involved, and then it's in opposition to Libra, which rules other people and relationships with other people. And then we got Venus in Leo, which is kind of like I want my royal life, and it's in square to Uranus, other people, the world, in Taurus, the home of Venus. So Venus square Uranus in the home of Venus, full moon in Aries, when Mars is in the opposition of Eris. So the trick is there's very high potential for individuals to create a shit show. Big drama, Venus in Leo, drama, big drama. I want to be seen. I want the whole neighborhood to hear that you upset me. I'm gonna post it on social media. I'm gonna expose on social media that you did that to me. I want to make big drama. So, and then like Uranus, other people opinions, other people values clashing with your own values. Aries, your desires clashing with other people's desires. Your ego versus theirs. Your desires versus theirs. And Mars in Libra saying, let's consider everyone. Let's make sure that we are getting through this time and through this current energy in a less destructive way. Let's not destroy ourselves. Let's not destroy our relationship. This is not the week to fuck up your relationships. This is not the week to break down your good relationships, your solid relationships. All individuals are going through a very deep process. Good relationships allow Uranus, allow space, allow freedom. Uranus involved, there is heightened desire to break free, to have more freedom, more exploration, more excitement. If the relationship is mundane and boring, this is classically could be wandering eyes because your relationship is boring. You're not getting affection, you're not getting love, you've been trying for a while, you've been voicing yourself. Your partner tells you, I hear you, I will make effort, but nothing really changes. And you've been trying to be loyal, you've been doing the right thing, but you're starting to get really annoyed. You're starting to get really off it, and you're starting to look around. Oh my god, oh, she's hot. Ooh, he's sexy. I was like, oh, wow. Okay, no, I'm not looking. No. You know, you're sitting next to your partner on the sofa and looking on Instagram on other people's profiles, especially the one with the betas. Oh no, I'm just looking. I was like, oh yeah. So be aware that this energy can bring energy to individuals to explore more, to have more excitement, to have more freedom. And so if that comes into your life, just gives freedom. Just allow each other to have the space to explore, the freedom to explore. You want to watch the foodie, your partner wants to go to a fashion show. You don't want to miss the foodie, she don't want to miss the fashion show. It's okay for you to say, you know what? You go to the fashion show, have fun. Here's some money. You go and have fun. And you enjoy a foodie show. And it's okay. Each one have the freedom to explore, to have experience and excitement of their own kind. For example, you feel like Thai food, your partner feels like Indian food. Well, that's okay. You can order Thai food, they can order Indian food, and you don't have to eat from the same restaurant. Oh, yeah, that is a good idea. Okay, cool. Try different things, try new things. The good thing is that Mars in Libra is balancing that ego, making sure that we are considering others. The shadow of Mars in Libra heading towards the North Node is that we can basically fool ourselves by false ego actions that are justified by self-created sense of justice. So, she was a bitch to me, so I can go and trash her name on social media because that's fair. He gossiped on me, so I'm gonna go and make sure I spread gossip on him because that's fair, that's justice. And I was like, is it really? So check into your ego, make sure you're doing the real thing, the right thing. Okay, shalom Ima, Chag Sameach. And hello Breeze again, and Jess, Curly Jess, hello beautiful Curly Jess, good to see your name. Are you still in Thailand having coconut? Or are you back with us? So, that's the guideline. Aries full moon with Venus square Uranus for the third final time. So expect the unexpected. Be flexible, be adjustable. Just be aware. If you have a good relationship, don't don't destroy something beautiful because of a temporary dissatisfaction. Because in a few weeks from now to a month from now, you might feel different about it and you might see it in a different light. So just be aware of that. Jen. So, many great analogies relatable right now. Excellent, Jen. I'm happy to hear that. I was hoping that I'm on the right kind of frequency because like, oh, this is different examples to usually the one I say. So, a lot of kind of warnings. If we want to navigate our way through this in a not in a self-destructive way, but in a self-liberating way, then, make sure that you've been the best person you can be, the wisest person you can be. If it's a good relationship, but at the moment it's going through a bit of a just remember that it's a bit of a in a good journey. But if, on the other hand, if it's a good relationship, it's good, but for a long time it's kind of like it's not the place you need to be in. You're not really getting fulfilled. And no matter how much the partner is trying to kind of change, it's not it. So this could very much be the time where you say, you know what, fuck it, I'm out, I'm gone, I'm done. It's like, so it's a bit kind of like, should I stay, should I go, should I leave, should I don't know, be this and be this. So make sure that you take your time making decisions. And what is helping us with that, by the way, thank you, Jen. At the same time, Mercury here on the 20th degree of Virgo is trining Uranus. So Venus and square Uranus is the friction, the challenge. Other people, suddenly things happen. We didn't expect it. But Venus and Juno, by the way, Juno makes sure that it's coming home to your most sacred, intimate relationships. Your marriage, your union. Juno is the goddess of sacred marriage, of union, of love. Juno usually kind of relate to that soulmate, twin flame kind of energy as well. Juno is kind of that place where it's that level of soulmate that you find there, the emotional, sexual, and mental satisfaction. It's not just sexual, but it's also emotional and it's also mental. So there's kind of like stimulation and enjoyment and satisfaction from all of them. Then it's like, wow. But if you're in a place that it's kind of sexually, it's great because you're attracted to your partner, but you are not on the same wavelength. You don't really like the same things. You don't think the same. You don't have different values. But it's all based on that chemistry of physical attraction, for example. This is where things can be a bit shaky. On the other hand, if it's more based on mental attraction, you love the same topics and you can talk for hours about politics and philosophy, but the sexual chemistry is not quite there, to say the least. It's kind of like making effort to enjoy something that you're not really feeling it. It's like having a vanilla cake when you really want a tiramisu. It's like having a tofu steak when you really want to have this entrecote, kind of beautiful steak, 500 grams, grass-fed, organic, oof. A cow that has been blessed with beautiful life dropping into your plate, but you're having a tofu steak. You know what I mean? So this is where things can be a bit funny. Mercury is helping us because Mercury rules Virgo. So Mercury brings that critical thinking, that factual thinking, processing, checking the boxes, making sure that we're not gonna jump to conclusions too quick, too soon. We're not gonna change the plans before we made sure that we looked at all the details and understood what everyone really needs. Mercury is doing a trine to Uranus a day after. As Venus, this is on Saturday night. Mercury exact trine. So remember, full moon Friday night. Venus square Uranus already happening on the full moon, but it's exactly 3:45 a.m. on Saturday morning. Then what else is happening? Now comes the Mercury, and the Mercury is doing... Well, let's move hours. Mercury is doing the exact trine at... So much to cover, there's no way I'm gonna cover it all tonight. I already see, it's already 9:25, Dio mio. Okay, so... This is Sunday early morning, so Saturday late night, 2:44 a.m. of the night between Saturday and Sunday. Mercury, 22:38 here in your 7 o'clock, is doing the trine to Uranus, 22:38. By now, Venus is on 23. Venus moved almost a degree apart from that square. So Venus brings the square, the friction on the full moon. At a night after, on Saturday night, Venus is coming off that friction. Mercury comes in trine and doing the trine to Uranus. Now pay attention everyone, can I hear a gong? I don't have a gong in this room, but if I had I will gong it. This is the trine that we have been waiting for 2 months. We spoke about it 2 months ago. We said Mercury got all the way to the 21st degree and Uranus was on the 23rd degree. And that was the almost getting the enlightenment, almost getting the epiphany, almost getting the download, almost connecting the dots, almost something clicks, almost getting something, but not yet. Mercury went retrograde through Virgo all the way back to the beginning, and actually this is 2:44. I want to tell you exactly when Mercury is out of shadow. Oh, sorry, I lost it. Yeah. Mercury out of shadow. It's 2 weeks ago we had 11:11. We had 11:11. Last week we had 5:55. This week we have Mercury out of shadow on Saturday at 4:44. So, another good shift to talk about. Mercury coming out of his shadow of retrograde zone on Saturday 4:44 p.m. Now, before we scan the Venus retrograde Uranus, and I gave you those dates, hopefully you put them aside. Now let's talk about the dates of Mercury. This is Saturday 4:44. Let's go weeks back. Okay, here it is. On the 4th of August, Mercury came to the 8th degree of Virgo. 4th of August. This is where it started the first journey through the retrograde shadow zone, which will become later on. 4th of August, Mercury comes into Virgo. It travels through Virgo, that's on your 2 o'clock on the chart, travels through Virgo, get to the 21 degrees and 57 minutes and 50 minutes, you see, here, stationing. On the 23rd of August, Uranus is on 2303 Taurus at 6 a.m., here on the chart. Mercury at 2 o'clock on the chart is on 2150, so there is a degree and 13 minutes apart from then doing the exact trine. So from the 8th of August, from what did I say, 6th of August, the Mercury is processing something in Virgo. It's looking at all the facts. In Virgo, it's grounded body consciousness awareness, paying attention to the details, fixing your environment, decluttering your garage, your office, organizing your booking system, your admin, your taxes, your emails, your office, everything, like your environment, looking at your financials of your business. How can you minimize expenses and grow income? How can you create more revenue? Where are you spending overly? Can you kill your credit cards? How can you pay your debts? How can you consolidate your debts? Mercury in Virgo, trying to perfect a plan to make things right. This is happening while Venus is doing the retrograde in the background, and 6 planets are retrograding as well in the background, just to keep in mind. So Mercury just came to kind of bring the mental process in Virgo down to earth. Let's get this shit done. Let's get this shit done. What needs to change? Mercury travels Station retrograde on the 23rd of August, almost that trine. That's when we spoke about it. Almost. So the trine that we were waiting for back then, 23rd of August, is finally coming now this Saturday. So the mental process in our physical, grounded body conscious awareness in our environment, we are about to get something that we've been waiting to get for a while. Let's say you meditate on a certain healing that you need to achieve for yourself. You're trying to understand what is the glitch in your system, what is the glitch in your perception, what is the glitch in your behavior. How can you possibly fix something that you've been trying for so long? It's like, it's doing my head in, Mercury in Virgo. It's doing my head in. Where is it? Where is it? How can I fix this? It's like, oh my God, I'm getting it. Oh no, I almost got it. Okay. 23rd of August. Follow Mercury on your 2 o'clock on the chart. Mercury retrograde all the way back to the 8th degree. Stationing direct on the 15th of September. On the 15th of September, he got back to where he was on the 6th of August. Now, Mercury on the 15th of September, now Mercury is moving direct through the shadow zone, 3 o'clock on the chart, and now, finally, it's coming to 57 minutes on Saturday at 4:44. By the way, this is grand final time. Ooh. Wow. Grand final, foodie grand final time. My son Val goes for Collingwood, so I must say go Pies. I've been told to say go Pies. That's what I've been told to say, you know? Collingwood family, you know? So, interesting. Foodie finals, full moon in Aries, Venus square Uranus, Mercury trine Uranus. We are getting something. Something is being realized through this full moon, through this release, through this friction. By being adjustable and accommodating and flexible and not rigid and not stuck in our own ways and not falling for a false ego and not going based on a false wounded ego that is acting in a certain way because of that trauma that convinces the false self-ego that that's just and fair, because if they cheated you, you need to cheat them. Wrong. You have a good partner, but your sex life is in the shits because there's been a lot of shit going on around you that has been affecting your mojo, your passion, your desire, and you go, this relationship is fucked, I'm out of here. Wrong. Your sex life issue is temporary because the situation is problematic, but your relationship is solid and good. Don't fuck it up. Someone is leaving you. Out of the blue, your partner decided to leave you because they realized that it's over. It's not really what they wanted. It's not really what they needed, because they think that they feel shit about themselves is because they're stuck in this relationship, and if they will leave you, they will find happiness. Ultimately, they're shooting themselves in the leg because they are following their wounded, false, perceived ego that is telling them that you are the problem, instead of looking deep inside themselves, understanding why they are not happy within themselves. So, if someone leaves you, give them your blessings. Don't avoid ego battles. Avoid unnecessary arguments, fights, explosive nature, radical, very volatile, very extreme. If someone breaks up with you, don't even make the effort to pick up the phone and talk to them about why. Okay, let it be there. Just let it be there, because this is crazy show. This is crazy show. And if someone has left you, baby girl, baby boy, bless it be. Bless it be. If you are good in your relationship and someone has left you and someone is leaving you, you are good. You've done your part. Don't worry. Good things will come for you. heal yourself, love yourself, you get there. Better things will come for you. If you are leaving someone because you are not quite happy within yourself, but you're fooling yourself to think that it's because your partner doesn't have sex with you, so that's why you're not happy, good luck to you. You are fucking up your life for a temporary wave that is gonna leave you later on in kind of like, what the fuck did I do? So it's kind of like there is no exactly one way, right or wrong. There's a mishmash here. For some people it will be right to break up. For some people it will be the illusion of their false wounded ego to break up. So I will say tread cautiously, and that's what Mercury trine Uranus is coming to help us. We suddenly realize something by not jumping, by not being that volatile, sudden, unexpected, shocking urges of the ego, full moon in Aries. I need to go where I feel good about myself. And you're taking a hold on that, and you're taking a step back, and you are more kind of reflecting and observing what it is for you, what it's showing you. You're not jumping the gun too quick, too soon. Suddenly Mercury trines Uranus and boom. Wait a second. Boom. You realize something. Something clicks. There's a breakthrough by holding space for your partner. They deserve it, and the relationship deserves it. Suddenly you break through something in your relationship, and boom, that love glue is back, and boom. All this time also Venus is sextile Mars. Oh my God, having a love-making session to bring the bond back on is awesome. Full moon in Aries, passion, fire, intensity, Venus and Juno, union of soulmates, of love, of embodiment, sextile Mars. Mars rules Aries, sex, penetration, desire, passion, boom. Far out. You're having some gaps in your relationship. You haven't related for a while. You've been working, surviving, taking care of the kids, of the parents, of the brother and the sister. Did you allow yourself to go to a motel and have a passionate sex? Whew. That would be hot. Did you allow yourself to send the kids to your grandma and have passionate sex? Whew. That will be a beautiful medicine for your love relationship. It's not gonna fix everything, but at least it's gonna give us some pleasure, bring us together again, bring up the juices, some pleasure, some excitement, instead of just mental talking and physical taking care of work, of business, of just bring some fun. For some people that could be it. For singles, hey, suddenly someone comes into your life that is fulfilling your desires. An experimentation, Uranus involved, could be a different age, different culture, could be eccentric people that you usually don't attracted to, but suddenly you're attracted to because they're of different culture, different background, different age, exploring new territory, experimenting a new way of what you're attracted to. Maybe you attracted the same kind of partners and the same kind of people, and suddenly you allow yourself to open your mind. And as you open your mind, you open your vibration. And as you open your vibration, you open your manifestation. And suddenly you manifest something that usually you would not manifest. And you go for a moment, wait a second, this is actually cool. It kind of turns me on. Why not? Let's try it. And suddenly you try it, you realize, oh my God, this is so fresh, so refreshing. It's like a completely different style person. Maybe usually you're only dating spiritual people. Good luck. Good luck. Many people desire yoga teachers. I tell you what, good luck. I love yoga teachers, don't get me wrong, I love yoga teachers. I'm just thinking, like, you never thought that you'll be attracted to the tram driver. And suddenly you date that tram driver and you realize, like, it's so much more satisfying than the yoga teacher. She was not supposed to be spiritual. He was not supposed to be spiritual. They're just tram drivers. But you take them on a date and you're having the most spiritual conversation you had in your entire life. Wow, mind-blowing. I'm just giving you examples, of course, yeah? What will that do to Bitcoin? That will be interesting. What will that do to economy? That will be interesting. We're talking about the weekend. There is headlines coming in from America that there is potential for the government to shut down because it's getting really messy over there. This week I've seen again riots in Philadelphia, people breaking into Apple Store, emptying the entire Apple Store like no tomorrow, breaking into shops, and there is like police officers fighting like 100 people that break into shops and stealing stuff, you know. The drug problem in New York, in Philadelphia, in all America, people are like zombies in the street on all these ugly, disgusting drugs that someone is blasting the streets with. You've got migration crisis. Last week there were like 12,000 African immigrants arrived overnight into a small island in Italy that has 6,000 residents. The immigrants that arrived were the double size of the existing residency in a small island in Italy. In America, in Ecuador, in Costa Rica this week, the government declared a national state of emergency because of migrants flowing through the country. Something is happening here. There is like massive migration problem happening from Africa to Europe, from South America to America. There's and then let's not mention the war. The war that is not a war. It's a war, but it's not a war. And it's a war. That is getting hot. Now, October family. October. Let me just say hello to the family, to the chat room. Gratitude, Simone. So much to reflect. Yes, harmony and grace. Okay, see you, Simone. Love you. Rukshika, love the way you storytell, Ami. Amazing skin, very remarkable. Thank you. Guidance always super impeccable, heartfelt blessing. Thank you, Rukshika, you beautiful sister. Brother Guy, shalom achi, love you. Press the like, subscribe, Guy. You see I'm doing it. Jen, okay, Roll King, maybe I need to ride the tram more. I have a beautiful lady coming to Sound Healing who is a tram driver. And she's a lovely lady, a beautiful lady. And if she's watching it now, she knows what I'm talking about. And I love her dearly. She's very beautiful, very gorgeous lady, very spiritual. And you will never know that behind that tram driver hides a very lovely, spiritual, loving woman. And that was just the tram driver. What about the supermarket lady? Some healers incarnate into this lifetime not to be healers. They are healers in disguise. They are hiding behind the bank teller, behind the postman, the Uber driver, the bakery lady, the op shop lady. Not all healers have Instagram page of being healers. Some healers are just day-to-day people and you will never know they're healers in their soul essence. So, you know, feel the vibration that you're attracted to. Uranus rules vibration. You love that guy. Good. So, Mercury. So the Mercury trine to Uranus, out of shadow Saturday 4:44, and the trine to Uranus we said happening later on at 2:44 a.m. on Sunday morning, so the night between Saturday and Sunday. That's the trine of Mercury to Uranus. So Uranus has this game all this week. Venus square Uranus, Mercury trine Uranus, and pay attention what else. Mars, here at 6 o'clock, 22 degrees Libra, is now Quincunx in Uranus. So that's come after. Mars 38, 22, 38. There it is. Oh, similar time. No, Sunday. Oh, this is 2:44 p.m. So, Saturday early morning, Venus square Uranus. Sunday early morning, Mercury trine Uranus. Sunday afternoon, Mars quincunx Uranus. But it's all happening simultaneously. Venus square Uranus, here comes the friction. But that friction has the support of Venus sextile Mars. which is like making sure we're taking fair actions in balance and equality and equilibrium. It's helping us out a bit. Mercury trines Uranus. Through all this process, we're getting an epiphany, we're getting realization, we're getting a breakthrough. And then the Mars Quincunx Uranus is like Mars wants to take action that could just get me out of here. I want to get out of this. I want to liberate myself. I want to achieve more balance and fairness and equality. But pay attention. It's happening as Mars is on the 2238 Libra here on your 1 o'clock. And the South Node 2453. They're only 2 degrees apart. So we need to pay attention that the actions we take are not false, justified, ego-based justice. We need to pay attention that the actions we take are not false, justified, ego, self-perceived justice. You can convince yourself that what you do and what you think is right. But maybe it's based on wound, maybe it's based on subconscious, unconscious process, and you think that you're doing the right thing. I'm gonna break up with her, I'm gonna break up with him because we don't have good sex life. And then you go and be single and you think you're just gonna have a great sex life? Okay, so you're free, you're liberated. Okay, maybe you have a hookup on Tinder, lucky, okay, cool. But do you have love that you used to have? Do you have that friendship that you used to have? Do you have that support you used to have? Do you have that structure, that stability? Do you have that? No. So then you realize that that partner was actually really good for you and you fucked it up because you were horny. Ouch. On the other hand, if your partner is a piece of shit and it's time, then it's time, you know? If your partner is a good person and it's just not right, you know, and you've been trying and it's just not right, okay, that's another thing. So Sunday, 1st of October, welcome to the big October. In October, we are going to have a lot of events unfolding with eclipse season. October is always a busy month, always active month, so it will be very interesting to see what unfolds. But by the 1st of October, when Mars 22 is doing the quincunx to Uranus, by that time the moon is already coming into Taurus on your 6 o'clock here. So moon comes into Taurus and we are now stabilizing our emotional, we are embodying the process, the emotions are coming home. And the moon, of course, will travel on top of Jupiter and on top of Uranus, which will be, interesting to see what it will bring because it will be the embodiment of the process. So that's on Sunday. And then comes another tricky part. So what's the other thing? Okay, here we go. So pay attention. The personal planets, Venus, 3 o'clock, 23 degrees Leo. Mercury, 2 o'clock, 23 degrees Virgo. Mars, 1 o'clock, 22 degrees Libra. So they are all sitting on similar degrees. And as they click forward, they are all playing with Uranus, 22 Taurus, Neptune, 25 Pisces, Pluto, 27 Capricorn. They're doing this dance. So over this weekend with the full moon, from Friday night into Sunday night, they are all playing with Uranus on the 22 degrees. Then they move along, and as they come to the 25th degrees, they are all starting to play with Neptune. So the new moon, the full moon in Aries brings the culmination, release, purge, let go. The Venus square to Uranus brings the fiction, sudden, unexpected events, changes happening. I expect high volatility in the financial markets. I won't be surprised if Bitcoin suddenly blast or crash. If stock markets suddenly crash, I don't be surprised if there's some big headlines around the economy. I won't be surprised if there will be some big headlines around military. Remember that all these last 3 months with the Venus square to Uranus, we have a lot of alien stuff going around. The Mexico exposure of that alien little creature that looked like a baby Yoda. All the alien visitations of all the sightseeing around the world. There's a lot going on in that department. Today was announced that the US granted Elon Musk the first licensed for his Starlink satellite internet to be a Star Shield. It's called Star Shield, to be utilized for a military security governance tool. So here it is, Venus square Uranus. A new high-tech revolutionary technology satellite on the lower orb of the Earth internet connection, Starlink, utilized for national security, Venus, army, intelligence around the planet. Also, Iran launched yesterday the third rocket of satellite of military surveillance to space as well. So Uranus is space, out of time and space, the alien, technology, high-tech, evolutionary, revolutionary. Taurus is military, security, stability, assets as well. And Venus as well. So we can see a lot of development in the sector of military equipment going into robotics. New York introduced this robot that will be in the Grand Central Station in the subway system of Manhattan. There is more introduction of AI robotics into the military forces, if it's like satellites, if it's Starlink internet, if it's electrical cars. It used to be just Tesla, now there's so many different brands. There's going to be a lot going on around that, continuing. The AI, of course, ChatGPT and all those things are just blasting off. There's so many more developments unfolding constantly. So yeah, it's just moving faster than we can even catch up with. So that's a lot of Uranus effect, just to give you another twist on things to look for. Medical, also medical health, Venus. Breakthroughs, development, innovations of different treatments, different solutions. This will be also interesting to see. But also remember Mother Nature, so it could be volcanoes, it could be earthquakes, it could be solar flares unfolding from now. So as they pass Uranus, it's already 9, oh my god, far out. As they pass Uranus, the next station is Neptune. And this is coming, here it is, on Monday. Okay, here it is, Monday, a bit back. Okay. Tuesday, 2:25 a.m. So Monday late night. Monday late night, we have Mercury here on your 6 o'clock, 25 degrees, 54 minutes of Virgo. Mercury, ruler of Virgo, in opposition to Neptune, ruler of Pisces, in Pisces. So both planets are in their homes in opposition. Mercury, factual, grounded, analytical perception of data, of facts, of what's really happening here. In opposition to Neptune in Pisces, confusion, delusion, paranoia, phobia, lies, manipulations, fogginess, mental health. This is a battle. This is not helping at all. Because if the full moon brought some friction to your relationship, with the Venus square Uranus brought some friction challenges to your relationship or to whatever. And then with the Mercury trine to Uranus, you got some epiphany, some realization. And then comes Mercury and opposed Neptune. It's like, wait a second, but is it my intuition? Neptune in Pisces, is it my intuition? Is it my psychic? Is it my divine guidance? Or is it my subconscious bullshit trying to sabotage me? Because that's Neptune in Pisces. So it's kind of like, is those voices in my head, is this schizophrenia or is this my guidance? So this could be a bit of kind of, this is Monday night. So it's like your partner told you they leave you. On Friday they said, I'm done, because they wanted to have an affair with the person they just met and they got completely horny on. So they went on with that person to hotel. They had fantastic sex, great stuff, while you were sobbing in your home crying. I don't wish that upon anyone. Again, just an example. And you were crying all weekend and you were kind of like getting your shit together and you don't know, you look like a mess. Monday come, you go to work, Your partner went to work as well, your ex-partner went to work, and suddenly it's like, oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? That person I just had sex with, the hotel is a completely lunatic. It's a crazy bitch. What did I do? I have this beautiful girlfriend and I just dumped her to have sex with this crazy woman. Like, what was I thinking? So then comes Monday night and they knock on the door of the girlfriend and it's like, look, I took myself out to a quiet place alone by myself to isolate. They're lying, of course. And I was reflecting a lot and I was contemplating. I was just very confused and I realized that, I don't really want to break up with you. I actually want to stay with you. Can we still be together? And then you go there and it's like, I'm so confused. What's happening here? First he breaks up with me, then he doesn't even call me, he disappears. I don't even know what he's been up to. I saw on his Instagram that he was on this party, and then he comes back, he tells me that he was confused and he was alone. What is true? What is... I'm a bit confused. Yeah, of course I would love to be with you. What? No, you are not delusional. No. You're not confused. No, you're not gonna get scammed or lied to. You saw that picture on Instagram, Mercury and Virgo. You saw that picture on Instagram. You know that they're not the type of person that will go on a retreat alone by themselves. You know that they will go and drug partying and have sex. You know that. So why are you fooling yourself? One example. Just one. So this is a day of mental health also, to kind of pay attention. Don't fall for your paranoias, for your delusions. It's kind of like just use Mercury to be grounded. Be grounded in your body. Calm yourself down. This is a lot of electricity. We have the Uranus effect of shocks and anxiety and trauma and weird things happening. We have Neptune energy then coming following that, because now Mercury is opposition to Neptune, but Venus is again doing that finger of faith to Neptune. So Venus sextile Mars 2448, Venus, Mars 2336, and the South Node as well. So Venus sextile South Node and Mars, so this is good. They are working together. The South Node and Mars in Libra are trying to finalize which relationships are good for us and which relationships to be in the past, what actions are really fair and just and what actions are not, what shit are we willing to take on and what shit we are not willing to take on. And that's working together with Venus and Leo that wants the best royal love. Venus is on 24 Leo. When she comes to the 28, she finishes her shadow zone. So this is the last 4 degrees. She really want to get this straight, but she doesn't know yet. She's still processing. And so she's in Leo. She wants the royal life. She's looking at Mars and the South Node, reflecting on past relationships. What have we learned from them? What do we need to assimilate in order to move forward? And this is post the full moon in Eris. This is post the square of Venus to Uranus, so something happened there. This is post the trine of Mercury to Uranus. Something was realized, something is happening, some new facts arrive, some new insights arrive. And now Mercury is facing Neptune, is like, what is false, what is real? What is true, what is a lie? If your favorite psychopath, your beloved narcissist is coming into your life again and trying to play games with you, do not entertain. If someone is calling and trying to pick up a fight with you, do not entertain. If someone trying to fool you, do not entertain. Just simply don't answer. It's not the days, it's not the week to pick up phone calls and having arguments and fights, and there's no point. Do not fall for that trap. The crazy ones will be out there searching for troubles. Uranus, radical, quirky, volatile, people unchecked will be off the hook. They'll be like, oh, who can I fight? Who can I fight? Where can I create some strife? Remember, Eris with the north node of the moon, strife and discord. I want to create a fight. I want to create some chaos. I want to create some drama, Venus in Leo. So there will be those that will seek the chaos, they will seek the drama, they will seek the gossip and the crazy making, and you stay away. Stay away, do not engage. Do not engage. Do not Engage. So on top of Mercury opposition to Neptune, this is Monday late night into Tuesday, Venus sextile Mars, and they both pointing Quincunx Neptune. So here is the finger of faith again, okay? What is the divine love guiding us to do? What is my intuition guiding me to do? What is my higher guidance? What is my soul guidance? What am I supposed to get from this? What is the divine love guiding me to do? Because my human love, Venus in Leo, wants to feel love the way she wants to feel love. Mars and the South Node in Libra are processing relationships with others and what's fair and what's not fair, and it's both going into Neptune, which is what is my divine guidance, what is my intuition, and Neptune is opposing Mercury right in the middle there. And Mercury goes like, hold on everyone, let me look at the facts. Yep. No. Oh, that's nice. Yes, I'm getting it. So, don't jump to conclusions. Sit with it. Sit with it and look at the facts and be grounded in your body. Electricity, nervous system, Uranus. Mental health, Neptune. Mercury in Virgo. Conscious present breathing. Yoga, stretches, water, exercise. Factual, grounding, stay earthing, stay grounded. Okay, so this is Tuesday, and this takes me to talk about sound healing meditation on Tuesday night at Hear Yoga on the 3rd of October. Mars begins to conjunct the South Node, so big reflections on ego, self and others in relationships, past relationships, what we're letting go of, what we are no longer resonating with. Mercury on the 27th degree of Virgo is now is doing the trine to Pluto. So after Mercury was opposing Neptune on Monday night, then it moves from, so remember they moved from Uranus, out of time and space, realization, epiphany, sudden unexpected events happening. They all played with that. Venus, Mercury and Mars. Now they're all playing with Neptune. Mercury opposed Neptune, Venus and Mars, Quincunx Neptune. They're all playing with that. Then they moved to Pluto. So they moved from the higher zap frequency to that sitting with the spirit and with the mystical and with divine guidance and trying to understand what is divinely guided, what is your intuition, what is your delusion, what is your paranoia, what is your self-created illusion. And from that process they moved to Pluto for that evolutionary change, for that transformation. And so Mercury trined Uranus, he got something was downloaded, Mercury the lower mind, Uranus the higher mind. Something is being downloaded, then Mercury opposed Neptune to see what is divine, what is not divine, what is guided and what is false, what is true, what is false, based on facts, grounded check, fact check, you know? And then Mercury goes to trine Pluto. And there is a beneficial transformation, there is a shift. Remember, Pluto in Capricorn is transforming an evolution of our personality, of our character, of our integrity, of our responsibilities, of our maturity, who we are in society. And Mercury in Virgo is looking at the fact, saying like, okay. And this is happening while Mars and the South Node are coming together. So now Mars and the South Node, 24 degrees, in opposition to North Node and Eris. So this is like there is friction, there is a war here, there is it's almost like that the pressure of labor is getting really intense. It's like that jigsaw of like boom, 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 boom. Something is happening all at once from all directions, and it's all a part of the big process. And as active as it sounds, with all of the insight, we are still not fully getting what this is about. We are only going through the process because we still have 5 planets in retrograde. So all this is happening now with the personal dynamic planets that are finally all moving direct, and finally this week getting out of shadow. Mercury on Saturday And Venus will get out of shadow on next Saturday. So by next Saturday, Mercury and Venus out of shadow. But I'll go now back to Tuesday. Tuesday night, sound healing meditation. Mercury trine Pluto after it opposed Neptune, after it was trine Uranus. This is now an evolutionary change, transformative change. Mars with the South Node, opposition to North Node with Eris. This is now really action orientated to make changes. And Venus on the 25th degree of Leo is now doing the Quincunx to Neptune and the Quincunx to Pluto, the same finger of faith she did back then on the 15th of July to the 2nd of August. She had that finger of God to Neptune and Pluto. Now she's back into it again. Now she's doing it again. First she's doing Venus Mars to Neptune, and then she's doing Venus to Neptune and Pluto. And now it's really divinely guided because the evolution, Mercury is downloading this trine to Pluto. There's a realization of a significant change, shift, decision making, understanding that is divinely guided. Neptune sextile Pluto, and Venus is doing that Quincunx to Neptune and to Pluto. There is an evolutionary change unfolding here. This is Tuesday night sound healing meditation at Here Yoga. This Friday night, exactly on the full moon, and Tuesday night, the 3rd of October, very powerful energies to come and join sound healing. Very powerful processes happening right now. By that time, the moon is already in Gemini. And this is the nutshell of this week. It's already 6 minutes past 10, so I need to wrap it up. On Wednesday, Mars is really closing on the South Node, so this is very interesting unfolding here. The Sun 10 degrees of Libra already by Wednesday. Mercury is at the end of Virgo. Venus at the end of Leo. It's all end. Mars kind of end degrees of Libra. Pluto end degrees of Capricorn. Neptune end degrees of Pisces. Uranus at the end of Taurus. It's all in this end of we are in, and it's not fully ending now this week. We are in this period of time where it's all in this culmination. Remember, the blasting forward is 2024. We are now doing the dirty work, remember that. And so we enter in October, and also remember in the background that this full moon is ending the 6 months eclipse cycle that started in April, May. So we are wrapping up the 6 months on this full moon. And we are wrapping up the Mercury retrograde on this full moon. And we are wrapping up the Venus retrograde on this week. And Venus is still, through this week, is still processing what the heck was all this retrograde about. So it's a big week, and remember, it's a lot of internalizing journeys, a lot of retrieving information, retrieving understanding. I tell you what I do for myself. I keep on going, doing what I can, taking care of business, taking care of family, my son, me, making sure that I'm doing my best to stay on top of all my commitments, my obligations, but I'm not making any radical changes. I'm not looking for any massive changes in my life. I know it's crazy time. I know it's very deep transformational time. I know that it's not the time for me to make big changes in the external way. I am just kind of keeping it safe. I'm just cruising. I'm just taking care of balance, and I'm not making too many changes. And also remember, if you're struggling with mental health, this is times that are very challenging mental health, and I want you to keep that in your mind. We are going through a period of time that is challenging mental health. And think about it like you're swimming in deep ocean and you're going under the wave and you come up to take air. And you go under the wave and you come up to take air. That's Neptune at the end of Pisces. Don't confuse yourself and convince yourself that you have lost your mind, that you are crazy and you are fucked up and there's no way for you to get yourself back together. It's a very challenging energy for mental health. And if you do need assistance, please seek it. Seek your counselor, your psychologist, your psychotherapist, your healer, whatever you need, so at least you can kind of have that checkpoint. I love you all very much. This was a very intense love stream with lots of downloads, and there was heaps more I could share with you. I think I've covered all of it. Did I cover all of it? Yes, I covered all of it. If it helps you, remember that also the nodes in Libra Aries, the last time we had that was 2005. So if it also gives another spice to your relationship analysis and your kind of personal journey analysis, if it really resonates with something that was going on for you in 2005, that could kind of help you out as well because of the axis. So, hey, Harry! How you doing, Harry? Love you, man. Harry is a friend of my son. Love you, brother. Good to see you on the live stream. And so thank you all, family. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope to see you in sound healing meditation. It will be lovely to see your faces and to feel your vibe. We're gonna do some good healing work on Friday night, full moon, and on Tuesday night with all that intense energy. If you need healing sessions, please come and see me. It will be my pleasure to help you. Press like and subscribe to our channel. That will help me, and it's for free. And if you want to support me more directly, it will be greatly appreciated. Join our patreon.com/healingdelight. Stay safe, stay happy. Good night, Rowena, Jen, and thank you everyone for joining me. You're awesome as always. And yeah, let's play this song. Yeah, no, let's play this. Cool. Let's go back to Korolova. So yeah, lots of love to you all, family. Have a great week. Be good, huh? Just be good, and don't get lost in the craziness that is going on out there. There's lots of craziness out there. Stay sane. Stay in your love vibration. Lots of love to you all. Thank you, Mom Ritanya Mantra. I will see you again next week for the love stream. And yeah, go pies, I will say for Mali. That's it. Be good. Lots of love. Bye. Peace.